felt like she was going to pass out. She became very nauseous. She started sweating, what we call diaphoresis in medical terms. So I immediately knew it was time to go to the emergency room. So I got her pajamas and helped her get dressed, and we got in the car and went straight to the emergency room. Magandang umaga. How's everybody doing? We're finally back. We feel like we're gonna start vlogging now. We're feeling better. In this video, we're gonna tell you guys what was going on with us and what had us gone for a while and why we're back now. But it is the morning here in America. We just got up and I'm being pretty productive, feeling pretty productive this morning. Guapa here. Let's see what Guapa's doing. Oi, Guapa. What are you doing? You're not feeling it?
Huh?
You're not feeling the vlog?
Okay lang. I just woke up ba?
So she's not feeling the vlog yet. She's still tired this morning. So I'm gonna make some coffee. Of course, that's the first thing. So super productive this morning. Got some clothes on the wash. Cleaned the kitchen a little bit. This is her coffee. I haven't switched her over to, I don't know what you call it, fresh brew or whatever. My coffee is here. That. See if you can see the this is a different Columbia Luminosa. I haven't got this one before, but this is the brand. Pete's Coffee is what I do. So we'll see how that one tastes in a little bit. I forget which one I have in here, but it's good coffee. Anyway, I make that every morning. And Jess is still doing, at least she's not doing the 3-in-1. Oh, at least she's not doing the 3-in-1. She does do this, but it's instant coffee. So I make her separate. Maybe one day she'll get on my coffee.
You need to water the plant, love.
Uh-oh.
The water is here.
Sige. The reason the timer's blinking here is because Jess doesn't like to leave things plugged in to save on electricity. So that gets unplugged every day. That gets unplugged. That gets unplugged. So everything gets unplugged. We either get our time off of our watch or the microwave. So that's how we do. Everything gets unplugged. I'm cool with that. You know, if it saves us $1 a month, whatever. I'm okay long. No need to argue about it. Diba? She doesn't even like much. Be careful, it's hot, huh?
You might look, see man.
It's okay, long. Okay.
I'll
I'll cook you some eggs. Yeah? You want some bacon? Okay. Oh. Dose eggs, 1 bacon, a little rice, and some cafe.
Hi guys.
What's up, everybody? We're finally back. We've been gone for like what, 2 months now?
Yeah, 2 months.
2 months. We did drop a video in between, kind of giving an idea of why we were missing, but we didn't really reveal why we were missing. So things are getting back on track now, and so we finally felt good enough emotionally to do a video. Diba?
Yeah. I feel like we're so far, love. A little closer.
Okay, sige. Hold on. Cut.
Not so much. Not so much though.
Well, that's right where it was.
I like that. See, so they can see us.
Oh yeah, just like that.
Our face.
It's so much better.
My God, we're so new already. We forget how to do the
Oh my God.
camera.
Yeah, you forgot all your
thing.
skills, all your videoing skills.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, so we're going to start vlogging again. We're excited to do that. We've been wanting to do it, but emotionally we haven't felt like we could. So, do you want to tell everybody why we've been missing?
You tell everybody lang.
Okay, so a couple of months ago, we people were dropping comments in the comments section and kind of getting an idea of what was going on
Just
with
a
us.
second.
Back over here with the camera. We switched the camera, guys. So the camera was on the left, and now it's on the right. So now I'm confused where to look. Anyway, the director here had to switch things up. Anyway, so we were gone a few months. Like I was saying, some people dropped in the comment section that they kind of people were guessing, but they kind of knew what was going on, or they were doing good guessing what was going on. So we did. Is it right to say we did get pregnant? We did become pregnant, and like some Filipino tradition, we were waiting to tell everybody. I think a lot of Filipinos, they believe like you shouldn't disclose that you're pregnant until months and months down the road, because
At least after 3 months, it's just a thing in the Philippines. Like, you make sure that the baby is already healthy, and before you tell everyone.
yeah, which was very difficult for me because that's not American tradition. Like, Americans don't believe, or Westerners for the most part, I've never met anybody who has or believes that. Nobody believes that you should keep it a secret until the baby is viable, which is basically what I gathered from Jesset. Like, there's some Filipinos that don't say anything for months because, maybe if people wish harm upon you, they can say bad things and kind of compromise the pregnancy. I don't know. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's not a thing in America. And I don't know anybody who's lost a baby because, whether it be somebody wish harm on them or an ex wishes that they weren't,
It's not really like that. We're just more very careful.
Yeah. So anyway, we didn't say anything because of that. So we were waiting for that. And in the process of waiting, we found out we were pregnant. We were super excited. We were vlogging it. Well, we weren't vlogging it. We were videoing it and capturing every aspect of it. Like the urine pregnancy test at home. We got that. We were super excited.
The day when you were so very excited to see that
doing
it's
a dance.
Positive.
Yeah.
He's dancing and he's so very
it was
so
happy
excited.
moments, right? Yeah, we were super excited. So we got that. So then we scheduled an appointment with an OBGYN, and we had our appointment at 8 weeks, and we went in. They do a preliminary ultrasound just to confirm that you are pregnant. And so they did confirm we were pregnant, and we were super excited because what'd they tell us?
That maybe we'll have a twins.
Yeah.
Because my sac was kind of
very big.
Huge.
Or bigger than normal for one baby.
Yeah.
So she said maybe in a few weeks you'll see a second baby pop up.
Yeah.
And I was super excited because at that point Jess was super tired, super fatigued all the time, super nauseated, and I was massaging her
every day,
morning and night. Now,
and
to her defense, I wasn't giving her 1 hour massages, sorry. I was giving her like 15-minute massages here and there, so I'm not that big of a hero, but
just the foot and the hands, just to make me feel better. And also, you do all the things like
cleaning,
cooking, breakfast, everything, cleaning, washing the clothes, even washing all the dishes. I'm like useless those times. Like, I don't want to do anything at all. But it's normal because when you are pregnant, people say that you're always feel tired and doesn't like to do anything at all.
And she didn't throw up that much, but she was super nauseated like almost every day.
Like, just tired. Just, that's it.
So for me, I was excited. They told us we might have twins on the 8-week ultrasound. Well, then we went back in for a 10-week ultrasound, diba? I don't know why. I think they just try to get you on a schedule. I don't know why we went back in so soon for a 10-week ultrasound, but we did.
I think they can tell already by then that there's something, something wrong.
So we go in for our 10-week ultrasound, and
we're so happy to see it, but then...
So I'm watching them ultrasound, and of course I'm recording that also. I was recording that for the vlog. We were going to do just this like one big 9-month pregnancy vlog. And I noticed that something looked abnormal on the ultrasound. Of course, I don't work in the OB department, so I'm not an expert. But what I know to be what should look normal didn't look normal to me. But I thought, you know what? I don't work in this department. I'm not an OB nurse. I'm not a specialist, so I don't know what I'm looking at. So I didn't say anything. Soon after that thought crossed my mind, like I would say probably 20, 30 seconds after that, the doctor said she saw something, right?
Yeah.
She said it could be one of three things. Two of the three things could be normal and resolve on its own, and the third thing she said could be a problem. So for that reason, she referred us to the genetics department for another ultrasound. So
just for a confirmation, because she also doesn't know if it's, if it's really a problem or not.
So we went for our 13-week ultrasound, and that was in the genetics department, which was actually a nuchal translucency scan, which is a more in-depth ultrasound. And they look at a couple of key factors for abnormalities. So we went for that, and they confirmed that, the baby still had a heartbeat, the baby was still growing, but there were some genetic indicators that there was going to be genetic abnormalities. Now, of course, you don't know what that's going to be, specifically based on this scan. They gave us a couple of options. People in these scenarios have the choice to terminate. That's an option for soon-to-be parents. Or you can go forward with the pregnancy and not do anything. Or you can have an amniocentesis to see exactly what. That's where they draw fluid out of the sac, and they test it specifically they look at the DNA and look at the genetic makeup and see what key parts are missing or what extra parts are there that cause genetic abnormalities. So that's the choice we went with.
It was very hard.
It was
First, like, we are full of emotions that time when we know that, like,
at 10 weeks, like, our emotions just went flat.
Yeah.
Like, you're no longer excited about the pregnancy when they say, hey, there's abnormalities, we have to refer you to a specialist.
Yeah.
Your excitement for pregnancy is just like gone, because you don't know what's going to happen. Because they said she could miscarry, or the baby could be abnormal when it's born genetically. Heart defect, all kinds of things, organ defects. So starting at 10 weeks, we were just emotionally flat. We were no longer elated that we were pregnant. We were no longer happy, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like,
we were just numb.
It's not numb. We're crying, actually.
Yeah. We were crying. We were upset. It was a very difficult time for us. It's still difficult, too.
And maybe going through days while waiting for the amniocentesis, maybe the baby will be okay, will be healthy. So I'm doing my best on those times that we, possibly could save the baby.
And I felt bad for Jess because she really ramped up her food game. Like, she started doubling, triple consuming vegetables and fruits, like thinking, let's give the baby all the nutrients we can. So that's what happened. So
this is very hard now, boy. I cry.
It's okay, love. You want to stop?
Just to think of it now.
I know.
If I remember.
I know, love. Sing it down. I love you. It's okay. I'll talk, huh?
Okay.
So we went back in at 15 weeks for the amniocentesis, so that's when it was scheduled. I'm gonna get you some tissue, love.
No, it's okay.
So we went back in for 15 weeks for the amniocentesis, and when we went in, they do a preliminary ultrasound to see where the baby's positioned, so they know where to put the needle in to get the amnio fluid for testing. And when they did the preliminary ultrasound, there was no heartbeat. And they didn't say these words, but I could see them doing measurements. And they told us, the doctor came in and told us that they believe that not soon after the 13-week ultrasound, they believe the baby passed away then. And I mentioned measurements because the only way to determine when the baby passed away was to measure the growth. And if the measurements weren't much more than the measurements they took on the 13 weeks, then that's how they come to that conclusion. So anyway, of course that crushed our world, but the next hard phase was for us that they said, okay, we need to schedule you for a DNC. For those that don't know what that is, it's in Philippine terms, or in Tagalog, that's RESPA, right?
Yeah.
Schedule you for a RESPA or a DNC, which is where you go into a medical facility and they dilate the woman's cervix and they clean out the uterus, okay? So they called us back 2 days later And this was very difficult for me, and of course more for Jess, I'm sure. For me, I couldn't wrap my head around how torturous it must be for all women who's done this before us, where they tell you that your baby passed away, but yet you continue to carry this baby for some time after. So nonetheless, they called us within 48 hours, which I was hoping that they would at least perform the procedure between 48 hours and 72 hours, because I was concerned for Jess's mental well-being. But anyway, they called us back 48 hours later and said they had us scheduled for 10 days, what would have been 10 days after the day we were told our baby was no longer alive. So of course I was super angry because, in America, we pride ourselves on patient satisfaction. And I get that, and I think that's a great thing, making sure everybody's satisfied. And you can't satisfy everybody, but they really try hard to make sure everybody's satisfied. They scheduled us 10 days out. I was super upset because I didn't want Jess to sit here and think every day of the baby that we used to have that we no longer have, but she's still carrying it. So anyway, we never made it to the 10th day, which I knew we wouldn't. We woke up one day, probably on the 6th or 7th day, I think, or maybe the 5th day, and she woke up. She initially woke me up at 7 a.m. in the morning complaining of real sharp pelvic pain, cramping that was on and off but very hard, and then it was going through to her back. So she woke up and asked me to rub her lower back, which I did, started massaging her, and then, I don't know, what'd you say, love? You felt like you were going to bleed?
Yeah, something is going, like something is out in my...
She felt like something was going to come out, but those weren't the words she used. And so I said, go to the bathroom. So she went to the bathroom, and she started passing a lot of blood. She felt like she was going to pass out. She became very nauseous. She started sweating, what we call diaphoresis in medical terms. So I immediately knew it was time to go to the emergency room. So I got her pajamas and helped her get dressed, and we got in the car and went straight to the emergency room. We got there, and the doctor called the OB doctor, and they came in, they ultrasounded and confirmed that the pregnancy was not viable, and they went ahead and did the DNC in the emergency room. She was doing okay, her vital signs were stable, but she wasn't feeling very well. They had to give her pain meds for all the cramping. And that's basically it. And then we came home. That was probably about 2 weeks ago now. So we just now gotten to the point where we could talk about it. And we feel emotionally stable in our personal life now that we can start vlogging again and be happy and smile. Before now we didn't feel charismatic to film or share anything with you guys about the other aspects of our life. So that's basically it. So we're sad. We know that it's not the end. We know that we can try again later when we feel it's the right time, and life goes on.
Not now. Not soon.
Yeah. We trust that everything happens for a reason and that it just wasn't the right time for us, Yeah. That's what we believe, and, we don't feel too bad to ourselves. And it's, like I told Jess, sometimes bad things happen to good people,
Yeah, and there's a lot of learning also after the incident. Like you have so many things that you learn to yourself, like you should be more careful. I was careful, but you should be more like times 10 or times 20 more careful. We are positive about everything, that like we just leave it all to God, that so that we will not be burdened and it will not be too hard for us to handle it.
Yeah.
Like life must go on, and at least everything is okay now.
So in the meantime, in all that time we were missing, we appreciate all the comments. We got a lot of nice comments on the Davao Dreamin' Facebook page. We also got comments on the Instagram, Davao Dreamin' Instagram. So we appreciate everybody, wishing us good health and missing us. We really appreciate the love and the outpouring of everybody's comments. And even on the YouTube channel, there were certain videos where people were just saying like, hey, where are you guys at? Miss you. Hope everything is well and you guys are okay. So we appreciate the love and everybody missing us.
Yeah, and the patience also when we told everybody that you know, we're going through something, and you all guys are like very nice to say that, oh, we'll wait for you, health is important, take your time. So we appreciate that.
And any of our close family and friends watching this, we thank everybody, you know, for the kind words and support. All my coworkers were constantly asking, how's Jess doing? You know, how are you guys doing? So we were surrounded by a lot of love and friendship and caring people. So we appreciate everybody.
And also what happened, love, after this thing happened, few friends of mine talk to me that go through the same thing, like miscarriage, and it also gives me hope and think more positive that it's not just me, like it happens to everybody.
A lot of people.
Yeah,
we didn't know until this happened. Like, I guess when things happen, you don't really talk to people about that particular topic too much, whatever life event you're going through. And then when you have that life event and you talk to people, you discover how many people around you that you didn't even know went through the same thing.
Yeah.
They may have had one kid and then a miscarriage and then another kid, and you're thinking, okay, you know, because Jess was really worried, like, oh my gosh, well, are we ever going to be able to have kids?
Yeah, like, did I did something wrong, or did I did something that it shouldn't happen, or that I should not do? Like, a lot of things.
You feel bad to yourself,
yeah, a lot of things in my mind. So, you know, like, a few of my friends are telling me that it happens to them, and you know, you should not blame yourself because it's not you. It's just, you know, it's just happened. It's not just for you as of now.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. We just wanted to give you guys this video coming back to let you know what actually happened to us, why we were missing for 2 months. So much has happened in the 2 months too. Well, we're still kind of living with this a little bit. You know, every day, you know, Jess, sometimes she feels bad, sometimes she's okay. But if I had 100 pesos for every day she woke up and said, oh my God, guapo, I'm bughat na. I'm bughat. I know I'm bughat.
Yeah, because my mom always tells me not to talk too much.
Don't use your CP.
Move. Don't always watch movies or in front of the television. There's so many prohibited things I need to do or to avoid.
So besides trying to evade bughat right now, there's so much going on.
Because Jake always tries to make me laugh, and I easily get laugh.
Oh,
so
yeah.
my mom said like, oh, you should not laugh so hard, and I was like, oh my God, I just did. I just laughed like last night, like so hard I can't even breathe.
So you know what I was doing, guys? So to lighten the mood and to bring laughter and happiness to our life, for the Filipino viewers, a lot of you will probably know exactly what this is. For the Westerners, this is hilarious, but you're going to need a translator. I would always turn on and watch on YouTube Wow Malay. Is that it? Wow Malay?
Wow Malay.
Yeah, Wow Malay.
Wow Malay.
So that is the funniest show ever. And of course, I don't speak super fluent Tagalog, but I understand a few key words. But what I would do is get Jesset to translate the premise of the skit. And so once I knew what they were doing and what they were saying, it doesn't matter how many times they did it to different people, their body language and the reactions were just hilarious. So we would just laugh and laugh. We would watch minutes and minutes of Wow Malay. So anyway, going forward, there's a lot of videos we're going to do. We got a lot of ideas in our head over the past 2 months that we're going to be shooting some video. I think today or tomorrow we're going to get a new vlogging camera. So we're excited about that because we've still been doing the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 7 up to this point, which has worked, but we want to be able to give you guys better quality.
And of course, we have a surprise to all of our subscribers in the future.
Oh yeah.
In the very near
future, we're gonna do a video and give a little of announcement of some way that we're gonna give back to some of our viewers.
Yeah, especially to our subscribers.
Yeah, to the subscribers of the viewers. Yeah, right. So there's a couple of videos we're gonna be working on
that
and
is
coming out.
Exciting video.
Exciting.
So
it's very exciting.
Watch out for that.
Yeah. So what else? Oh, another thing. When we were gone, I think during that time we weren't able to announce it because we were on such an emotional downward spiral.
Yeah.
But we went from 1,000 subscribers to 10,000 during that time.
No,
right?
not what.
Well,
we were already like 6,000 last. No, 7, I guess.
Yeah, well,
before.
But we weren't able to acknowledge it, is what I'm saying. At that time is when we hit 10,000 subscribers. But that's when we kind of got pregnant. We started having issues with the pregnancy, and we weren't able to really acknowledge it.
Yeah, but we were so very happy that, it.
But since then, we've hit 11,000, right?
Huh?
Since then, we've hit 11,000. So we're 11,000 now. So we're just super excited about that. We're super happy that 11,000 people like us enough to click subscribe.
Yeah, even we were gone for 2 months. Like people, like new people who watch our video, they subscribe to us. So we're happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thankful.
Yeah, and we've talked about we're going to try to get more consistent with our uploads and like particularly pick out a day and time, or at least a day that we're going to do at least 1 upload, if not 2 uploads a week, and get more consistent for you guys. So if you're super interested in our videos, somewhere around the subscribe button or below it, there's a bell. If you click on that bell, you're able to customize your notification. Like if you want notification in your email or wherever that we upload a video. So if you're interested in that, do that. Look for that little bell. I think if you're looking at the computer screen, it's to the bottom right of the video screen. Click on that bell and you can customize your notification so you can be in the notif squad or whatever you want to call it. But anyway,
okay, I think that's it.
thank you guys for hanging in there while we've been gone for 2 months, and thank you for the kind words and the prayers and love. And we're sorry we were gone.
Yeah.
And we got some good content coming out to you guys soon. Diba?
Okay, guys.
Okay, guys.
Thank you so much.
Paalam, tapos na, and babush.
Babush.
Kajan. Babush kajan.
Babush kajan.
Alright, guys. Peace.